Okay, x and y intercepts. We're going to solve x and y intercepts. This is about the most difficult x and y intercepts you can have. Okay? What I personally would do with this problem. Okay? The first thing I need to know is what is an x and y intercept. So, x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay? Real quickly, we can get an understanding. Now, it might not tell us exact, but we get an understanding. So this is we're gonna graph this real quick. So, first things first, how do we graph it? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now, you notice that these are not all perfect. Okay, because I did it quick and hastily, and that's what a lot of people do. So remember, it's not going to hit the line perfect. If you do this on a graph paper, it will be more exact. Okay? However, you got to use thin pencils and all this other stuff. So the thinner the pencil, the less, wide, where it's hitting. So you can see, oh, it barely missed the coordinate, or it really did go straight through that coordinate. Okay? So I'm just going to go, what is everything? Well, what is everything? That's a good question. Well, right now this is in slope-intercept form, right? So this tells me my slope. This tells me my y-intercept. So right off the bat, I already know my y-intercept. So I just have to know what my x-intercept is. Now, here's the thing. When solving, when graphing, you start with your y-intercept. From there, you do your slope. And remember, this is -2/1, so it's really -2, down 2, and right 1. So, I have a line. Hey, it looks like my x-intercept is what? Yeah. So that would be a quick way of finding it, especially, if your multiple choice was, 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, or 5 and 6, or -2 and 4. Okay. Now, bam. If it's wow, it's that one. Easy, done, right? But what if it's 2.5? Or maybe it was 3 and 3. Maybe it looks like it goes through 2, but I did such a poor job of graphing it that it really went through 3. Okay? So, how do you find it, exact? The numerical way or the mathematical way? Well, the way I would find these x and y intercepts, this in fact is the y-intercept, and this in fact is the x-intercept, is I would turn it into what's called standard form. I put it in x over here, so I'm going to add the opposite, so I get 2x plus y equals 3. And then I do simple alien hand or plugging in zeros for x and y. So if I plug in a 0 for x...
What step is this?
Huh?
I'm kind of lost.
Well, I'm trying to find the x and...
The thing. Why'd you...
Well, because just because you graphed it doesn't mean you're right. Right?
Yeah.
For one, it could, I mean, yeah, on the multiple choice, it's nice and easy.
So you're just going back over it.
Yeah, I'm just going back over it. I'm just saying, hey, let's see exactly. Is it 2 or is it 2.1? Right? Because sometimes, you're not just always just trying to find A, B, or C problem, right? You're trying to find the answer. And I graph it, and it's not on the point, the exact crosshairs, then what happens? Well, where is it? Oh, it's a little more than 2. Okay, great. How much more than 2? So that's what we're trying to figure out. So now I'm plugging in a 0, and I'm trying to find out my y. And then I will plug in a 0 for y, and I'll try to find out my x. So 2 times 0 plus y equals 3. Well, that was easy. But we already knew that because we knew that the y-intercept was 3. But if it were in this kind of terms, then that's how we would do it, right? Boom. The y-intercept is 3. But what's the x-intercept? So 3, and the x-intercept would be plugging in a 0 for y. So now I have 2x plus 0 equals 3. So I have 2x equals 3, right? Ah, what happened here? 2x equals 3, so x equals what? 3 over 2, which is 1.5. Good. So it wasn't 2. It looked like 2. Really looked like 2, didn't it? But it wasn't. That's the point. So just because you graph it and it looks like something doesn't mean it is. Because A, like I said in the beginning, this is not exact. I did not make every single line exactly the same part. If you look right here, look how wide this is. Look at the rest of them. That's why it pushed this 2 out here. Okay? Anyway, this is my x-intercept. This is a really good question to go over for x and y intercepts. Because now, instead of being 2, it's not 2, it's 1.5. Questions?
I would have never known that 3 is the y-intercept because of the y that's already in the equation.
Because of this?
Because of the y on the other side.
Or because of this?
No.
Because of this?
Yeah.
You would have never known that this was the y-intercept?
Yeah.
Isn't the end always the y-intercept?
Yeah. You should, because y equals mx plus b, and y equals negative 2x plus 3. So b is 3, and m is 2. So m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. And that's why you should know that. But, what if you had a number out here? Mm-hmm. Then the last number is not the y-intercept. You have to solve for y. It has to be y equals mx plus b, not 2y equals mx plus b, right? So, very crucial that you solve it for y if you want it in slope-intercept form. That make sense? And like a problem on the test, I can tell you right now, is going to be something like this. Okay? So, right off the bat, this is not slope-intercept form. So and if you're going to make the x and y intercepts, my suggestion is to rewrite it. negative 2x plus 3y equals 6. This is a lot easier to solve, I think, than this. Y equals 2/3 x plus 2. So right here, I know that the y-intercept is 2. But what's the x-intercept? No, that's the slope. See? Now, for this one, if I want to find the x and y intercepts, it's simple. 0, 0. Right? And that, like I said before, alien hand. If I plug a 0 in here, bam! What's y equal? 2. It's easy to see, right? What's x equal?
3.
Almost 3.
Oh, 1.5.
Nope. Now you're way off. 6 divided by negative 2.
Negative.
Negative 3. Okay? So, simple, right? So now I have the y-intercept, because I solved for y, where y is when x is 0, and the x-intercept, because this is where I solved for x when y is 0. And if I graphed it, I would have 0, 2, and negative 3, 0. So this would be my line. Now what if I graphed this line? 2, and up 2, right 3. Oh, same line. Right? Okay, let's see if that covered under 15 minutes. Cool. Questions? So we have all of those 2 problems actually on the x and y intercepts. Questions though, because you don't look confident. You look
No,
a little lost.
I have a hard time just keeping up the notes like on it.
Okay.
Because you talk so fast.
We go real fast. Yeah. But it's here. Boom. 13 minutes. Hit pause. Hit pause.